watching as the country is slowly shut down, as they have been turning off abortion access state by state and clinic by clinic. And every day we began to see more patients. Every day we saw people go further and further to get abortions. Every day we saw people need more and more support. This week on Thursday, knowing that each day was a gift from this illegitimate Supreme Court, we saw 67 patients, provided medication abortion to 67 patients on Thursday, and thank God we did. It was Friday morning, thinking that we would actually be safe. We had 21 patients in our clinic for first day appointments, and the ruling came down, and we had to tell every one of them that they had to go home. We had to tell every patient in that clinic that although abortion was legal when they booked, it was gone. We had to tell them that 6 judges decided that it didn't matter that they come all the way over from Texas, that it didn't matter that some of them were stuck in hotels or in our parking lot all night waiting for their appointments. It did not matter that we had one patient who we know beyond a shadow of a doubt, because of logistics, will not be able to get an abortion because she cannot leave the state and she is going to be forced to give birth. That is what we were doing yesterday. That is what we were doing today as we start in on the 100 phone calls of patients that were all booked next week. Because in Alabama, you have to come into a clinic, receive an ultrasound, receive counseling, receive coerced information from the state demanding that you think twice about whether you want this abortion or not. And then you have to go home. You have to go home for 48 hours and think about what you've done. And only then can you come back and actually get the abortion that until 2 days ago was your legal right. And now it's not. We are calling 100 patients to tell them that they cannot come to our clinic. We're calling 100 patients to tell them that they need to get to Atlanta, Georgia in order to obtain a termination, and that they need to do that now before the state of Georgia does the same. We are telling patients that they need to get to Florida before July 1st and before they get past first trimester, because on July 1st, Florida will no longer have abortion after 14 weeks. These are the conversations that we are having with patients every day, and we'll have every day this week. And this is a landscape that we have not seen in 50 years. But also, I'm not afraid. I am not afraid because we are the birthplace of the civil rights movement. Reproductive justice rather than reproductive rights. It is your opportunity. Pressure the legislator, the governor, demand that they expand Medicaid so every life in this state so these children can grow and learn, and demand a new revenue source for these schools. End the grocery tax. Because tell them we want health care, not new prisons. Want our voices heard and true democratic representation, not voter purges, suppression, and gerrymandering. We demand living wages and safe, affordable neighborhoods, because those are the tools that help us raise our families, not abortion bans, and this is what they owe us now. At our clinic, we have a plan. We will provide contraception, sexual health care services, and prenatal care, and we are going to offer gender-affirming health care, non-biased space. We will see patients who are pregnant and are having complications with their pregnancy, and we will treat any person who is experiencing a miscarriage and offer pregnancy support for those whose pregnancies are fine. We will stay here and we will fight with you, because we know bodily autonomy does not end with abortion, just as abortion won't end simply because it's now illegal. Abortion is a human right. No court, especially no illegitimate court, can change that. It has existed since the dawn of time, and it will continue existing long after this court is gone. And for as long as there are people who decide to take that right in their own hands, we at West Alabama Women's Center will be here to ensure your health is protected if you have any issues, and your physical liberty remains secure. Today, legal abortion in Alabama is gone, but now the true fight for bodily autonomy begins. Thank you.
Robin motherfucking Marty, y'all. Then we have Nina Morgan of Panic. Yay! Hey, y'all. All right. My name is Nina Morgan. I am a member of Panic, People Against Neighborhood Industrial Contamination. We have some Panic members. Yeah, that's right. Every day I wake up and I think about industrial pollution and the people who are disproportionately impacted, aka black folks. And today I'm here just to share a couple of offerings. I first want to start out with the chant. It's actually a hymn by Abigail and Sean Binkson. So when I say the first couple of sentences, I want y'all to repeat after me. So repeat after me. I am sovereign in my body.
I am sovereign in my body.
I am sovereign in my soul.
I am sovereign in my soul.
We will not.
We will not.
We will not.
We will not.
We will not be controlled.
We will not be controlled.
I am sovereign in my body.
I am sovereign in my body.
I am sovereign in my soul.
I am sovereign in my soul.
We will not.
We will not.
We will not.
We will not.
We will not be controlled.
We will not be controlled.
And that's exactly what it's about, y'all. That's right. Come on. That's exactly what it's about. That's what this government is attempting to do. This government is attempting to control. This is about power. This is about control. And this is the way it has been since this country was founded. What gives me hope and what gives me strength is the power of our communities. We have people out here, we have people back here fighting for our human rights. We are living in a time where some of our greatest fears are in fact coming true and have been for a while. We have lived through years of a global pandemic where millions of people have died. We are living in a time where black bodies and the murder of black people are put on display almost every single day. We are living in a time where our planet, the health of our planet and our environment is at stake. Y'all have seen the news? Y'all seen the headlines?
Yes.
Mass shootings, hunger, unaffordable housing. We are living in this time right now.
Yeah.
We are living in this time right now. Death, right? The death machine goes by many names: fascism, white supremacy, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, U.S. imperialism, the Supreme Court. And my question to everybody here is, what the fuck are we going to do about it? We just gonna stand here and let this happen? I have an offering by the beautiful words of Najera Keith, founder and former executive director of the Black Sovereign Nation. She was also the co-founder of 400+1, a Black Cooperative Federation. And these are Najera's words. Are these our bodies? When our ability to navigate capitalism dictates the authority we wield over them? Are they our bodies when at birth we're automatically gendered and denied autonomy before we can conceptualize our own identities? Are they our bodies? When we struggle to nourish them, to house them, to care for them, to clothe them? Are these our bodies when we can neither protect ourselves nor prevent total state-sanctioned violence? Are they our bodies when we are not free to move with them, to go with them, to do as we please, huh? Are they our bodies when they betray us, working to grow the systems that oppress us, but chains that bind them? Are these our bodies when they are harmed, traumatized, and butchered by the harmed, traumatized, and butchered? Are they? And people who don't lay atop us, force themselves inside us, touch us without our permission, without our consent, are these our bodies? Are they our bodies when there are no consequences? When there is no accountability, no reconciliation after those boundaries are infringed upon us? It is only when these bodies cease to be vessels used to protect the political interests for those whose agency and political personhood remain intact that they will truly belong to us. It is time to reclaim our bodies. It is time to reclaim our bodies. We must feel this, and we must not numb ourselves. And I know how easy that can be to numb ourselves, but we must look. We must be proximate. We must support black people. We must support black organizers. Okay? We must reclaim our sovereignty. It is time for us to rise to the occasion and say no fucking more. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. Win. We must love each other. We must support each other. We have nothing to lose our chains. Thank you. Shout out to Panic. Shout out to Panic. Bands. 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 We have Shantae Wolf, y'all.
I need y'all to get louder for the people that came before me because they spit some hard facts. Come on, y'all can get better than me.
if you're able, I want everyone to do me a favor and lift one hand to the sky. I want you to know that triple the amount of hands in the air will be impacted by lack of reproductive services across the U.S. and across the Deep South. But I don't know about y'all, but I come from a people when they're determined to win, they don't get tired. So if you ain't tired, keep your hands up. One more thing. Outside of reproductive health, this has been a terrible week for the Supreme Court for gun rights. And every hand in the air represents a child that will slip through the cracks or be subjected to violence. And I say no more to that, and I think you all agree as well, do you? Okay, thank you. Y'all can put your hands down now. All right, I won't belabor the point on what's been said today. You've heard a lot of great points about what's at stake, what the past 24 hours is going to be like, but I want to take my time to talk about what's ahead. Is that all right? So, several times we've seen in the news that the answer to this is to beef up our presence at the polls, which is a fact. But what do you say to the person that went to the polls in 2020, that has shown up time and time again, that has shown up for these rallies even in 2019, when Kay Ivey decided that she was going to make a trigger law to stand in place so that when this was struck down, it was ready. People have been here. How do you keep the faith when there seems to be no more hope? I know that a lot of us, some of us professional gamers, some of us that have grown up to see the progression of pride in corporations. You go to Target, you can see a flag. You go to Walmart, you can see a tank top. And I know it is corporate as fuck, but I tell you what, there are children in our lives that is all they know. That innocence deserves to be protected. And right now, we are losing that. It is up to me. It is up to everybody behind me, and it is up to everybody in this crowd to fight for the innocence that our children deserves, that our black and brown children deserve to engage in, until they realize it actually is quite obnoxious for Target to have 1,112 things. I'm tired. When Janice asked me to speak at this Saturday, I was like, well, damn, what am I going to say? You know, usually it's go vote, go vote, go vote, go pull on people. But I'm asking you right now to take a list of every person that has been on the ballot in the past 2 midterms and election cycles, and if they have not been helpful, like I said at the last rally, it is time to vote them out. That's it. It is time to vote them out. More importantly, it is time to organize in our communities. I've seen language going around Facebook recently around code words like camping and things of that nature. Please be vigilant in how you are organizing, how are you choosing to make these spaces, and govern yourselves accordingly. Some states like Alabama have already enacted their laws. States like Missouri and Arizona are priding themselves in being a right-to-life state. When we have a formula issue in the states right now, when children have to wear bulletproof backpacks, when black children can't even run or be happy in the streets without being penalized, I think America has a right-to-life question. America has a right-to-life question and will dare tell women what to do with their bodies. And I say hell no to that. Yeah. So I'll tell y'all what. Be angry. Be sad. If y'all missed the thing at Juniper Day for NCAT, drop by and dance, because guess what? We just getting started. I need you to dig deep. Dig deep in the way that folks that are, remember that Kelly Ingram Park and even at Linn Park, when they thought this shit wasn't gonna go right, something in their mind told them to keep going because the next generation will benefit from it, and they will. That's all I got to say. Y'all, please take care of yourselves. Hug one another. Please, if you are still worried, if you're LGBT or LGBT youth right now, you're wondering where we stand in the world, your love is valid. Your life is not synonymous with perversion. It is synonymous with excellence. Your lives are synonymous with excellence, and we will defend that until we can't no more. Thank you.
Next we have Garland Clark, affectionately known as G. Hey everybody, so
I was hoping that I was not going to have to do this. Like, I was told I was going to be a backup speaker because there's way better speakers than me, and so I didn't prepare anything. But I just want to talk from the heart as a person whose life has been intimately touched by abortion in a lot of ways. When I was 19, I'm a recovering alcoholic. When I was 19, I was in the throes of addiction, and I walked into a fake pregnancy crisis center and was told I was not a candidate for an abortion. And I was given a pack of diapers and told to go on my way. And I raised that child in practically abject poverty and caused undue trauma to her and myself during that period of time. I know that if I had been given the right to have an abortion, I would have been able to make more responsible choices later in life. I also believe that I would have gotten sooner had I not become a single mom stuck in poverty. I've now been sober 8 years. But I do want to also touch on the fact that I had an abortion in sobriety. I was on medication that failed my birth control, and I knew that I'd struggled so hard and had so much trauma for both myself and the kid I was already responsible for, that I knew I had a choice, and I made the right choice for my family. I'm going to keep this short because I think I definitely, as a white person, need to pass the mic as much as I possibly can. But I do want to say that now I live my life as a disabled person. I am currently on medication that my doctor may take me off of because it will cause miscarriage. I may not be able to walk if they take the medication away from me, and I cannot carry a pregnancy to term without dying. My life is on the line. This is not about whether or not I want to put up a child for adoption. This is not about whether or not I want to be selfish and carry a pregnancy to term. This is about the fact that I want to live for the family I already have. So I'm standing here in front of you today to ask you to remember that these laws are not about future lives. They're about lives that currently exist like mine. And those lives are on the line. I've been seeing a lot of posts on my feed about people talking about how they're going to leave the South and go somewhere else, and it's just a new version of white flight if we take our privilege and our advantage somewhere else. And we leave people with disabilities and who are marginalized to suffer the consequences of laws they cannot change without our privilege. So I'm asking you to stay and fight and enshrine our rights.
I always like to remind people we get our power from movements, not the fucking government. Look beside you. We get our power from each other. We're going to do a quick dance break.
All right, I know y'all know this one. Don't leave us hanging. What y'all gonna do? Dance it out. Okay, I see you with the sign over there. Okay. We'll join y'all back in like maybe 4 minutes. All right, wah wah. Okay, I see you. Hey.